Hello my dear friends, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while, I know, it's the biggest holiday I took from the YouTube, but it wasn't really a holiday for me. It was because of stuff going on in Ukraine. You know, I am from Ukraine, and I had some really tough time. That's why I decided to take a break, and when I will be in the mood to make videos for you, then I will start making them. At the moment I'm better, but not 100% okay. But also I have not stitched that much, so was nothing to show you. And as you know, I like to make my videos productive, not just talk. And so I have quite few finishes. I was really miscounted, and I think I have 4 to show you, plus some whips. And I have, well, can't really call it purchases. Some stuff I've lost and I bought them again. It's mostly threads, and yeah, and some stuff I brought from Ukraine to stitch, hopefully soon. But besides that, I have many whips which I consider now to either progress or take it and finish it. My mind changed completely towards stitching many whips. I'm tired from it, first of all, and second of all, I don't make as often videos as before, so it will be interesting to watch anyways. And I just want to finish those whips, because trust me, to carry them through the whole Europe, it's quite difficult. It's much easier when you have some finishes or kits. You just put it in your luggage and it's more comfortable. So just quick update on what's happening in Ukraine at the moment. You know, I am originally from Zaporozhye, and we've been living there for, well, I'm talking about after United States, for a couple of years. And then we moved to Kiev. We want to settle down there at least 3-5 years. We want to live there. And after 8 months living in Kiev, the war started. So we found new place here in Brussels, as I mentioned in previous video. This is I'm saying to people who are watching me maybe once in a while, or maybe watching it for the first time. And yeah, so I was really focusing on finish something from those whips, because it's becoming for me a problem. And I finished the honey bear from Dimensions, and it's lovely, and I am just happy to have -1 whip from those whips I started years ago. Yeah, I started them in 2018. Yeah, look, it's 4 years now. I still did not finish half of them. So I said to myself, it's time. And on the left side, you see anemones from Lanarte. Lanarte is very special company for me, because I started from Lanarte kits. Well, I started from just paper charts and threads which were available back in days in early 2004. I started stitching like productively. Well, I was a child, I was stitching, but stitching I started 2004. Obviously I have a few years of break, couple of times. Now I had some weeks I have not stitched this year, since 2015, I guess. Yeah, it was like the least productive, but sometimes you need it. We are not stitching sewing machines, we are not some robots, so it's obviously a hobby, it's obviously our mood, and life is going on as well, don't forget. And sorry, my work is not perfectly ironed. I did iron, but it was laying in my drawer, and did not have any time to iron. I was like, either I do all the preparation for a couple of hours and I'm not recording videos today, or I make a video for you. So I want to show you closer my work. before it's becoming dark, and then I go for dinner with my friends. And yeah, it was interesting to stitch this design. First of all, I like that it is on 14th count of Aida. Or yeah, it is 14 counts of Aida. And this area was not the best for me. It's kind of not my favorite. It looks like not much backstitch, but there is quite heavy backstitch some parts, and yeah, I thought I will finish it much faster, and it just time. Remember how I used to stitch before, like hours I would sit and stitch, especially in the evenings. Now it's completely different story. The way I stitch now, it's like a turtle, you know. I'm a turtle now with my speed, but I have some finishes and I'm happy about it. Almost forgot to make French knots on his eyes, but then I like look at the preview. Sorry, I don't have preview. I throw away everything because any extra stuff, they bothering me. And here as well, this area, it was kind of well, compared to Hyatt's and other designs, I cannot say anything. Obviously easy, but for me it was a little bit annoying. But sometimes you need to change thread often, so you enjoy the big areas. But big areas also, I'm not a big fan to stitch. You're getting bored. And yeah, I used to watch cross stitch videos while I was stitching. Now I can't even watch like 10 minutes of cross stitch video. All I watch is about the war, about well, I watch some entertainment content, but mostly political analytics I'm watching, and sometimes I'm watching American news, well, almost every day. But yeah, I read now a lot, and this is what I probably need now. Reading, I'm focusing on reading. And I started learning French. Yeah, it's been 74 days now since I started, but it's not like I do it half of the day, just maybe half an hour, sometimes 40 minutes. I am still not practicing it, but I do it as a hobby for myself. And living in Brussels, it's gonna help me a bit to progress my language. But yeah, this is my first finish. Second is Lanarte. Again, I don't have a preview. It was reprinted kit. I think it's 30th count of linen. You can see the number. Maybe you can Google. I'm sorry, I don't have preview. I put a year here and my initial. I love the colors here. Yes, it's easy. It's a small work compared to others. You can complete this in 5 days if you have time to stitch and you enjoy stitching a lot. But it took me like 2 weeks to finish it. There are stitches here, crosses with 2 strands of thread and with 1. But it's definitely one of my favorite designs. I always wanted to stitch, but I didn't have a chance to buy it because it was really rare Lanarte. Lanarte, it's much harder to find the out of print Lanarte because it's less than dimensions. So I'm really happy they reprinted it, and I'm happy that I started and I finished it because it was in my luggage. Second time I was coming back from Ukraine. I've been in Ukraine now 3 times since the war started. Last time I was in Zaporozhye, just doing some stuff for the company and visiting my parents, obviously, and my friends. Now it's difficult time in Ukraine, in my city, especially Kyiv is much better. They open metro, they open shops. well, they obviously still having curfew, but Zaporozhye now they throwing missiles like day and night, day and night. I don't sleep for the past 2 weeks at all like I used to sleep. Well, at the beginning of the war I wasn't sleeping at all, but now it's again stress getting me, and chatting to my parents, chatting to my sister. Yeah, we all now know where is Zaporozhye is. Before, remember, people like, where the heck you living? Now people know the geography of Ukraine. Well, people who are watching news, they kind of can see where it is, and there is a biggest in Europe, the plant, the one is Energodar. It's I think 50 kilometers from my city, but it's in the Zaporozhian region, the nuclear plant. Forgot the word, sorry. Yeah, so let's go back to stitching, because I know you want to hear some updates. You're asking me, and I'm telling you, my parents still in the city in the Zaporozhye, and most of the time they're throwing missile next to their area because there are some infrastructure they want to shut, and it's hard. It's hard for me, but I cannot be stressed all the time. So little bit stitching, relaxing sometimes. These are the threads from the Lanarte, another organizer, just plain. It was one thread here, and I put it all together in one organizer. So I will use it. Sometimes, I'm stitching Mirabilis or Jasnan or whatever designs, and I'm missing some thread, and I can find it here. That's why I don't throw away threads. It will be for my future small designs, or instead of ordering one thread, we cannot order one thread. We need to put an order, and I don't buy anything anymore. First of all, I have enough stuff to stitch, and thank you to my friends who helped me with some stitching supplies. I'm gonna stitch it as well, but at the moment I'm more focused on stuff I already started, continue stitching them. Sometimes I will add some new designs, of course. And these are leftovers from the Honey Bear. This is Chinese kit, well, kit made in China, and it's just regular collection. That's why they don't have as much leftovers as from Gold collection, big kits, not petites. So it will be for my future designs as well. I'm gonna use it. Sometimes you run out of threads, sometimes this and that. But yeah, another finish I have is Mill Hill, because I've been traveling to Ukraine, inside Europe, and I was stitching Mill Hill. And where is my two others? Sorry, I was having them, yeah, right here, all of them. So I have one start and two finishes, so three of them. But first I want to show you my latest finish, and this is the kit. Guys, sorry, I throw away everything and forgot the name of this one, but it's very, very popular. It was reprinted again. I think so, it was reprinted. It was hard to stitch the border because the beads are bigger than the holes, and same what I did with Mirabilia. Sometimes you have like this two rows, they're not perfectly done, but it was too late and I did not want to redo it. Maybe in the future I'll ever redo it, because I will not put it in a frame like forever, for good. I will have 4 different kind of frames, and they will be seasonal, and I will be just replacing the design. It will be a good idea, because you will have just one frame, and let's say for the spring theme I will have a few designs. I can replace them or the whole spring, or maybe once a year, or anytime I have mood. And the thing is, I like Mill Hill stitched on the fabric, like linen or whatever other even weave. But while I'm traveling, I don't need to take, I told you, it's the best thing to take with you while you're traveling, No hoops, no anything, just this little kit I started on a bus. There is a button here. So you just sit and stitch like this, and you have your threads, and beads are usually at home because you have to have comfortable place, and the road is bumpy sometimes, especially in Ukraine. It's not smooth terrain right in Europe, and yes, I have to stitch with the threads, but this is little progress. Sometimes it was dark, I could not stitch, and yeah, slowly. One design I framed, but in this gorgeous frame, I forgot at my mom's place when I was saying bye to her. I brought the puzzle and I showed her, and just left on the table. I forgot. She called me. I did not want to come back. It was a bit tough before the curfew, and I'll take it some other time. But it was gorgeous frame from Ukrainian lady. She does. I will leave you a link in my description box. It's called Zabavkina Bulavki. Her Instagram, and you can see her work is really amazing. She does great job, and she's improving herself every time better and better. She's very creative. Just working with her, I like it. She takes time, but in my case, I wasn't rushing anywhere. So this is another sugar skull, the first design from Mill Hill I have ever bought. I sorted the threads, I put the beads in the organizer, and it was it. Many years it was laying in my stash, and I said, I'm not gonna buy any other Mill Hill till I finish this one. Yes, it was a lie. I bought then many others, and I'm happy I did, because now I have lots of things to stitch, but not everything with me, some of them in Ukraine. Yeah, it was probably not the hardest, but timing consuming, the longest. Well, I spent so much time on this one because it's full coverage, lots of beads. Look how many beads here. Well, this one was also not easy for me. I don't know why, because lots of thread changed. Comparing to this one was quite easy. This was quite easy. The spider, also not too many stitches, but lots of back stitch. Yeah, spider was like this. Was better. So yeah, as you can see, I have stuff to show you, not just talk. And I have few whips. I'm currently busy with roses, Dana's roses, but yesterday I wanted to make a video. I did not have time and took it out of hoops, and I continued my sampler. Maybe I will stitch for a couple of days for sure. I just want to have a break from roses, and made a little progress right here. I show you this in my other videos. This design is stitched on 40th count. I will be definitely progressing. I wanna sometimes stitch sampler, not just all the time kids, and besides, I'm stitching with silks. It's amazing working with silks. I love it. And this design is one of my favorite for sure from all the samplers. But now they have so many, and they're all so beautiful, and I want them all, but I realize there is no way, there is no chance I'll stitch them all, because life is so unpredictable, and you cannot have routine just for stitching. Sometimes you have kids, sometimes you have other stuff to do, and yeah, I just decided to chill out with all the purchases. That's why. Well, beside the war, and if you order anything to Brussels, you have to pay crazy amount of taxes, and just to receive parcel is such a pain, you know. Yeah, I need this break with the purchases. I have, of course, I want to get new Mirabilias. I just need to finish and to finish my whips. But I will not press myself, you know, I just will be putting this in my mind that I have to continue on what I started. And it's also easy to transfer. Okay, let me clean the table and I will show you roses of Dana. And here we are. Sometimes I'm thinking to call my channel Dana's Roses because it's been what, a year, little bit more than a year. No, yeah, it's more than a year. It just in last year in August I started this second design. I mean, second time I'm stitching this design, but I started from top. So this part you see, it was not stitched on my first design I started. You know, I've lost it in a kind of fire, the post office truck. And now I decided to start it from this part, so I don't repeat the other area I stitched. So it's completely different feelings for me. And now I know that I stitch the busiest area, it will be much easier on top. So I don't really think that I do the same job. And it's much better this time, I'm experienced. Whereas in the first time I really did not like the way it was going. It seems to me very different. You know, I'm used to dimensions. A lot of Mirabilia I've stitched. This is my first Bootzilla kit, and it was like, oh, it's so different. It's like wearing a new shoes in a way, you know. You have to get used to it, and then it's fine. But at the very beginning, it was But I like the design, I like the look, I like every single time I see it on Instagram. Well, now lots of girls stitch this design. They all sending me pictures. Oh, you miss this design already? Yes, it's not that difficult, but at the very beginning I thought I'm stitching, zero progress. And lots of water stitches, lots of stuff, but it's very hard to say, you know, this design, either you stitch the background, will be lots of background, or you stitch lots of thread change. It's like mixed emotions here. Yes, but I really love, like, I can look at this picture forever. You know, I have so much with this work. The war started when I was stitching, and then it was in a fire, whatever, you know, like almost the same amount what I stitch now, maybe now a little bit more I stitched that what I've lost, plus I've lost dimensions, 50% done, stitched, and gold collection. So I don't even remember now that whatever happened, like I've lost a lot. It was lots of tears, I remember, because besides I've lost other stuff there in a parcel. But now with stuff going on in Ukraine, like what I was even complaining about, you know, it's nothing. Take your time and stitch it again. But at that moment I was thinking I was going crazy. Now I'm more calm, and I just enjoy stitching. This design is amazing. And I love the way it goes, and I only want to stitch roses, Dana's Roses from Bootzilla. And the fabric here is much softer, not like original fabric, because I'm stitching by the copy I made from my original chart. The fabric I bought in Ukraine, it's 28 count, and obviously DMC threads you can buy everywhere, and I had numbers, so it's easier. It was very easy to replace it, and I'm happy I started right away. Otherwise, I will be always thinking about this design, always. I will show you closer the crosses here, the quality. I don't really like, as I made it on my first work, and I wanted to make it perfect. I remember every cross I was stitching like slowly and properly. Now I'm just stitching, and besides, it's obviously 28 count. It's not as difficult as you stitch with 2 strands of thread on 18th count or on Ada. It's different crosses, but it's the same hands. Not everywhere I have done back stitch yet, but because I was like, I wanted to have more progress with the crosses, and I need to make still, you see the area I will be making back stitch, and even back stitch now I enjoy doing here. Well, it's not like I hate it all the time. It's just, oh, you stitch, you think you're done and you have to do the back stitch. But I enjoy it here, really I do. It's not that difficult. Besides, it's very easy, not like in dimensions. Here you have quarter stitches and you don't even have to look sometimes in the chart, you know where you have to put your thread. And lots of different kind of back stitch, I mean different colors. I think around 8, but it's not that difficult, not that difficult at all. Also here you can see some crosses with one strand of thread, and some majority are with 2 over 2. But I love it, I love it, I love it. I can't wait my finish. Oh, so much things was going on. I wish I could tell you all, but we will not have enough time to listen to my stories. Besides, who cares? It's all about cross stitch here, right? But this part I stitch, I remember. I started from this area and I stitch here and up. And first time it was so difficult to stitch this one, but now it's not. Like seriously, sometimes I'm even happy that I'm stitching it second time, because I feel myself like I grow, you know. It was so difficult in the beginning. I don't want to kill someone told me, oh, it's very easy to stitch, and like I'm sitting like, oh, I can't do it. Sometimes like, well, it's not like I can't do it, I'm not used to it, it's different, but I enjoy the look, I enjoy the quality of work, I like it the way it is, and I can't wait to start another. Well, I started a little bit, but it's not like I really started another boot seal. Oh no, why I'm lying to you. I did have started the hummingbird and another, the autumn design, the very, very pretty one, but much more difficult than this one for sure. There are so many single stitches and so much back stitch. Ooh, it will be the challenge for me, but it will be when I will have more time for sure, because now I'm not as good I was a year ago for sure. My life changed dramatically, and who knew I will be here in Brussels a year ago, not even a year ago, 6 months ago. It's crazy, huh? But I hope you're all doing well. I will make a longer video. I will show you more stuff I wanna show, and I will talk to you about other stuff as well. Daniel now is in school here in Brussels, in a British school, and he's learning French as well. He's on a camping trip with a sleepover. That's why I have little time to show you my stuff and make a video. And well, not like he ever bother me, but it's more comfortable when you're alone and you show whatever is. So I'm saying bye to you. Wish you lovely time with a cross stitch, and let me know how are you, what are you stitching, where are you from. It's always nice to read those comments. I read them. I'll try to reply, but with my time schedule now it's a bit tough. But I'm still missing you, and thank you for motivating me to make a video. Only because of you I'm making them. I know how it is waiting for someone who you're watching regularly and then they disappearing. I have exactly the same feeling, but just don't wanna stop making videos on my channel, because I've been making videos for almost 7 years. In 31st of October will be 7 years. It's anniversary for me. Okay guys, I wish you the best, and we'll see you hopefully with my face soon. Bye.